Thank you for coming in today, Mr. Brickner. My name is Officer Samantha Murphy with the Yoknapatawpha County Sheriff's Department. I'll take your statement today. How did you know the victim?
She was my co-worker.
Please state your full name and address for our records.
Lorraine Brickner. I live at 615 Arnold Drive, Oxford, Mississippi.
And I understand you're willing to make a statement today.
Whatever.
Please go ahead.
I was born in 1964. My parents were Beauregard and Agnes Bricker. My father was the headmaster of a small prep school for boys, the Virginia Berry Institute. It was once known that it was the last resort for uninspired students of rich families. My father still made it his mission to raise the level of performance of the school. He held a military-like schedule and course load. He was easily hated by all the students. He kicked out all the lazy students at the school until only the most rigorous were left. Although I played very few sports, my father had me on a rigorous physical training program. The whole time he tutored me, he never asked if I liked the story. He never cared what I thought. I was always working, doing chores, studying, or taking classes. My father had me clarifying poetry at the age that most other students were reading the Hardy Boys. Every night after dinner, I would sit down and study for 3 hours. Music, television, movies were all off limits. I attended Princeton and Yale for my college degrees. Even without my father to yell at me, I stayed in the habit of waking early, working out, going to class, then the library, and into bed. Very little else entered my life. After finishing my PhD in English, I accepted a job at a small military prep academy in Staunton, Virginia, so I could be closer to my family. My father was retired and very sick. We decided that we needed professional help and hired a stern woman named Margaret. A while later, he died. While I was setting up her final paycheck, I asked Margaret to marry me. I never thought of it before, but I needed a wife and I knew she would run a clean house. She accepted and we were married 5 months after the funeral. I wanted to leave the small military school and work at a more prestigious institute, like preferably a university. However, I found it difficult to jump from prep schools to the Ivy League. Ultimately, I accepted a job at the University of Mississippi. It wasn't as rigorous as I wanted, but it was still a university, and I saw it as a stepping stone to more prestigious halls. I've worked there for 14 years. I want to get into a more prestigious school still, but I have too much work to go job searching. My classes are nearly empty because nobody wants to study with me. I don't care though. I'm not there to make friends, I'm there to work.
Mr. Brickner, you have not provided a contact number if we need more questions. How can we contact you?
Contact my lawyer. I'm busy.